So this is the One Book Oral Report by yours truly, Ryan Thomas. I'm going to go ahead and apologize. I'm a little sick, so I apologize if I'm talking slow or whatever. So neurodiversity. The One Book Normal Sucks by Jonathan Mooney. Neurodiversity is discussed in almost every chapter. Neurodiversity is defined by Harvard Health as the idea that people experience and interact with the world around them in many different ways. There is no one right way of thinking, learning, and behaving, and differences are not viewed as conflicting. This means that everyone's point of view on the idea of normality is different because of morals, upbringing, and surroundings. An example of neurodiversity being discussed in the book Normal Sucks is on page 140, where the author states that he told a friend named Dave that he was dyslexic and couldn't read until the age of 12. This is diverse because normal people statistically can read by the age of 4. These articles can be defended by the library's Is It Fake? Research Guide, articles used for comprehension of neurodiversity. That's by Nicole Balmer at Harvard Health. So how do I relate to neurodiversity? I'm a very neurodiverse person. I define normal as simply nothing because nothing is normal. Normal is defined through statistics and where the majority of people stand. I'm a neurodiverse person because I have ADHD and I view things a lot differently than most people. This is partially due to my prematurity. As a child, I was able to mature quickly because everyone in my household is much older than I was. My sister, which is now 36, was getting into college, and my brother, which is now 29, were both entering separate stages of life than I was. My brother was beginning puberty, and my sister was on the home stretch of living on her own and being a woman. I've been able to learn from their mistakes. However, my prematurity is the complete opposite of the author's. Jonathan Mooney's struggles growing up were mainly because he wasn't able to comprehend things like others could. And this kind of relates back to how he couldn't read until the age of 12. So a little bit about the author. Jonathan Mooney was diagnosed with ADHD and dyslexia. This challenged him to not be able to read until the age of 12. Jonathan suffered as a child, trying to be normal within society. Things such as looks and mental disorders are really where Jonathan was challenged with the question of what is normal. Along with writing Normal Sucks, Mooney has also written Captain Underpants and Dogman, which were both bestsellers. Mooney was able to overcome his disability and blow the people who doubted him out of the water. He is an inspiration to many, and his humor on the topic is what sets him apart from the majority of disabled people. This is best described in a quote from his Normal is false, standard for human value. You have a right to be free of normal. You have a right to be different. And lastly, thank you to whoever invented spell check, which I kind of thought was pretty funny that he said thank you to whoever invented spell check because he has dyslexia. So some of my viewers, they gave really constructive criticism, and yeah. So the first one is Hudson Dupler. Hudson Dupler suffers with ADHD. His major is business, and Hudson's interest is snowboarding, hiking, and riding a scooter. And his future job, he said, was not sure. He said it was something within business, so maybe a salesperson or something like that. The review that he gave me on my PowerPoint was a well-constructed PowerPoint. I liked how you touched how the author was a neurodiverse person. The second viewer was Jackson Morgan, and Jackson Morgan suffers with OCD. His major is construction management, and Jackson's interests are anything to do with the lake. His future job is he wants to own a construction company. And his review was, I enjoyed how you took the effort to make it not a bland PowerPoint and put it in transitions and animation into it. And this is Brooke Swanson. Brooke Swanson suffers with severe anxiety, and her major is criminal justice. Interest is anything to do with criminology, and future job is an FBI agent. And she simply said, nice work. So, as you can see, all three of these people have some sort of neurodiverse aspect in their life and some struggle that they have to overcome, which I think is what Jonathan Moody really expresses and amplifies the normality of these mental disorders in his book. But yeah, thank you. Have a great day.